You think we're gonna beat all these games?
Ross, do you copy?
Welcome back.
Ross.
It's
Hello.
the boys. It's the wars. We're in space.
We are.
And this is a bit of a take two.
Still got your
Yeah, we
I actually played through a lot of this level and then we realized that we were not recording the game footage at all.
Yep.
So here we are again.
Bit of a podcast.
I'll beat you.
Yeah, maybe we'll put that audio up somewhere for people. But don't worry, you didn't miss much.
Yeah.
You did miss a cutscene that didn't really explain why we're here.
It was just us flying in.
But yeah, we just
Pretty
flew
much.
to this planet and they talked about some stuff from the previous mission, but I don't really know what we're doing here. And if it looks
It's a
like
prison. We know it's a prison.
Yeah, we know it's a prison, but
it's like an asteroid.
They didn't say anything about like busting people out or anything. So I don't really know why we're here. And if for the first part of the mission it looks like I know exactly what I'm doing, it's because I do.
Because we've been here.
Yeah.
There's
So
these
what you want to
turrets.
do is you want to go over here where the turrets can't reach you, and then wait for the little nerds to come out.
Dweebs.
No, don't lock onto that guy. Lock onto this guy. All right. And then you come down here to the corner. Oh, the cattle prod guys come out, and they're obviously not super dangerous because,
And they don't even approach you.
yeah.
They just sidestep.
And then you shoot these turret guys from the side.
That guy's kind of stuck.
Can I reach the close one? No, I got to go to the other side.
Whoa. Woo. Also, if you get hit by that gun, it actually really hurts.
Oh my god, yeah, we died so many times to that guy. And it was super frustrating because I was shooting at them from that vantage point towards the previous part of the level.
Which looks like a great place to shoot him from.
Yeah, and it looks like you can just shoot them perfectly and they don't see you and they're not shooting. And I was just loading them up with lasers and they weren't dying and I was getting really frustrated. And it took me forever to figure out that there was a turret wall blocking. And this, I don't know how you open it. You just kind of wait and then it opens.
And they know you're there.
Yeah.
From behind it.
Come on, open up. You there.
That was the least excited you there.
Do I have to like go in these or something?
And like try.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's no, you didn't try the other doors. You can't come through yet.
Fry him. That's what they just said. Oh, there's still
maybe
a guy.
that's why. Maybe that's because there's a guy.
Oh, this guy came out of there. That's right, there's another level up here with guys.
Whatever gun that guy was just using makes the same sound that that they used, I think, to count down pod racing to start.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice.
At least in
Episode 1 Pod Racer.
yep the game.
Now, there's a lot of contention on what the definitive version of that game is. Can you speak to that at all, or have you only played one version?
I played N64 only,
Okay.
but I almost got the maximum, like, I guess
Jesus!
I think I almost got first place in every circuit race, which is like,
Come
I pretty much
on.
almost
There we
100%
go.
of the game. There was one level that I couldn't. Did you do a cartwheel did you do that in air? You flipped?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, it looked kind of cool for a second.
I don't think I can do barrel rolls.
But yeah, I actually played N64 version a lot as a kid,
Nice.
and yeah, almost 100%.
I've never enjoyed that game.
Oh, it's pretty frustrating.
Yeah, I always thought so.
Oh, we just spent what felt like
A week and a half.
yeah, I was gonna say 2 weeks running an event, but it was a lot of fun
We did.
while also very exhausting. It's only a weekend long, but
Yeah.
you've probably heard us talk about it. It's called VGM Con,
Yep.
and this was our biggest, craziest year yet.
By far. Well, in a way, it wasn't our craziest, which was actually great. Craziest in the sense that there was a lot more going on, but not craziest in the sense that we had things under control.
Yes. And it was successful.
It was very successful.
And that people really enjoyed themselves and want to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like record-breaking numbers. We had a speed run there that broke their record of how much money they've raised for charity in an event ever.
Yes, the local speedrunning organization that ran the marathon. We didn't have to do anything. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And they were solid.
Yeah, they raised more money than they've ever raised at any of their other charity marathons. So that was really cool. They raised over $2,000 for Carbon Fund, which is an organization that like uses donations raised to like plant trees and do various things like that that offset the carbon emissions that we create
from the event,
from waste and things like that. So basically you can figure out how many dollars you need to raise in order to make your event carbon free based on how much waste your event generates.
And since we beat the goal, it would have been, well, actually that was their goal.
Yeah,
that was
they had a goal.
Yeah.
I think their goal was to break their previous record.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many dollars it would have taken to make our event carbon free.
Mm-hmm. But we've raised a significant chunk of change towards that goal.
Yeah. Obviously, any dollars towards a cause like that is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And just legendary guests.
Yeah.
Who were so awesome and who had a great time themselves and, you know, made even greater the times of other people that were attending.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, our event wouldn't have been cool if we didn't have the guests that we had.
Right.
Like, they enhanced the experience to a level that is not measurable versus what it would have been like if we didn't have them.
But yeah, a personal highlight of mine was talking with our guest Chad Sider, who was a composer.
Yes, you might know him as the person who arranged the scores for Legend of Zelda: Symphony of the Goddesses and Pokemon Symphonic Evolutions.
And he also
writes original game scores.
Yep, and composed for Recore, amongst other things. But he's very happy with his work on Recore and loves the community of that. So I got to interact with him, and my first interaction. So I arranged music for us for our string orchestra clinic for students.
Yes.
Who play, violin, viola, cello, bass. We had no basses, but so I arranged three pieces for that. And my first interaction with Chad was me introducing myself and him saying, "Oh," when I said my name was Vaughn, he said, "Oh, you're you arranged those. You made those arrangements for the kids orchestra." And I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "Oh, I looked through them and they were nice arrangements." And I was like, "Wow, this legendary composer, who I didn't even give him the arrangements. He just chanced upon them."
Yeah, he found them.
And Austin was there when he chanced upon them.
Yeah, I was standing in the registration area having my first interaction with Chad Sider, and he was just super chill and cool. And he saw a piece of sheet music across the room, and being the kind of person that he was like, "Oh, let's take a closer look."
He had the exclamation point above his head.
Yeah. And he went over and he's like, "Oh, these are nice little arrangements. What are these for?" Mm-hmm. And that was when I told him about Vaughn and what they were working on.
And so, just him, taking note of that. And then when I introduced myself and him, knowing that was me and saying nice job was just
what a flattering moment.
It was a really cool feeling when I was coming there to
fan.
Talk to him about his stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's really cool. So, yeah, he was just so down to earth and just a pleasure to talk to.
Such a chatty guy in the best way.
Yeah, in the very best way.
He would just talk to a fan and he had good things to say. Look at these guys.
Dude, they're trying to get you.
What are you going to do?
But they can't. What are you going to do?
I'm giving up. Put my hands up. Just kidding. We're not giving up.
No, we're not. Never. And just watching him always be surrounded by a group of people who were just enthralled with talking to him.
Yeah, and he was clearly never exhausted by being hounded by fans or anything. He did so well in the small environment. And
Oh, nice. Oh, they're getting you.
Oh my god.
Get out of there. Oh, they actually did a lot of damage.
Did they?
Yeah. I think you were at full health almost.
So I guess they're not cattle prods. They're just electrified nightsticks. Because they were whacking, not poking. Mm-hmm. You boys been whacking.
But yeah, all of our guests were just really cool and a pleasure to be around.
Ooh, got a gun.
What is that?
It's a big
It's
gun.
like a flamethrower? He's holding it so weird.
I think it's like a machine gun.
Oh, like a big boy.
Yeah.
A big heavy guy. It was also really cool just kind of seeing all the various groups interact, like watching the students going to different things that weren't the strings clinic.
Yeah.
Watching the speedrunners hanging out in the, listening to music, watching musicians.
Yeah, that was actually probably one of the most unexpected things.
In the
like
speedrun area.
The speedrunners are so committed to their area that it would have been totally understandable that they didn't leave that area. But they actually did come through and mingle, and we even had one in the feedback panel that was super vocal and had lots of nice things and constructive things to say about the con. And yeah, it was really cool.
Well, and even like they were so well staffed that their staff were kind of enjoying things too.
Yeah.
And had time to go around and see other things.
That's totally what we want.
Yeah, it was just
What are you doing down here?
under the staircase.
Yeah.
Wow. He thought he had you.
Yeah.
He didn't. So there's still some. Are these doors, you think? The big red things?
No, I don't know what those are. But we made a big hole in this platform, so I'm assuming that's where we need to go.
Is it like a...
Oh, it's like an elevator. Down we go. Ooh, that's a fast elevator.
Yeah, that is.
Scary.
And the button's like not quite on the elevator.
Yeah.
So it could just drop without you being on it.
But yeah, there's pretty much not enough good things that we could say about the convention this year.
And if any of the fellow staff are watching, like, wow. I mean, we had a really nice moment at the very end when we all just kind of huddled. We had like a team huddle.
Yep.
And we're like, wow, guys, we did it.
Yeah.
But just
Which is
a great job
is
to you
something
guys
that we've
again.
never had before.
Yeah.
At one of our events.
Where we finish and we're like,
It's
holy
usually
cow.
like a forehead wipe and like, let's go to bed and we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, like, I need a moment.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I guess at Game Over we had a bit of a moment where we're like, no, wow, good job.
Right. Yeah.
But,
I guess
that
I
was
was
such
thinking
a small event.
I was thinking
though.
of the flagship conventions.
Yeah, and it was so much easier to run. It was one night.
Yeah.
But this was, yeah, we had a moment where we all just kind of were like, guys, good job. And that was a really tender.
Positive vibes all around.
Yeah.
There are so many like weapon pickups in this level. I guess I'm supposed to be using these missiles, but I'm not using them at all.
It's hard to know what they would be useful on.
I have 9 of them.
It's hard to know what any of these weapons are like useful for.
Yeah, well,
except that they're just better.
My RPG brain keeps wanting me to save them for like a boss fight or
conserve
something,
them.
thinking that they're going to be useful for something later.
Yeah.
But then that thing doesn't come along.
Like, don't use your ice arrows yet because
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna
haven't
do
run into a
something.
fire enemy yet.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you just end up stockpiling them.
Does it allow you to lock on to people who are not enemies?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, I can go in this one. Interesting. I couldn't go in from the other side.
Oh, the other cool thing was that I've been working on a sort of side project for our organization to incorporate video game music at a Minnesota orchestra event.
Yeah.
They're playing. So what they do is they'll do movies and they'll play the soundtrack live over a cut of the movie that only has the voices.
Yeah, it's super sick. I
It's
got
really
to see.
cool. Have you seen one?
Yeah, I saw. I think it was actually the first time they ever did it. It was
it the first Harry Potter?
No, it was the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, I forgot that they even did that.
And it
one.
was really cool because they had all the singing parts in there and everything, but not the background music.
right.
Which just that aspect of it fascinated me. Like, how does a movie that old still have like stems that somebody was able to get. But that was really cool. And then we also saw, I think it was Home Alone that way. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wanted to see E.T., but we didn't get to see that one.
Oh, there were a lot of. Or no, wait. I've seen Jurassic Park, which was really, really fun, and there was a lot of people we know there, like that I ran into.
Sure.
David and Carl and Charlie were, and none of them like went together. They were just all there.
Right.
It was really cool.
Just because it's that cool of a thing.
But then they recently did Star Wars, but that was during MagFest.
Oh, was it?
we missed it.
That would have been so cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's like the dream.
But I've seen the first 3 Harry Potters, which is also fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's cool because everyone's like, it feels like a midnight premiere. Everyone's cheering. It's a really energetic crowd.
Yeah. You know, it enriches the movie so much.
You know, Snape comes on screen and some people are cheering and some people are, you know, like booing.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. But they're doing Star Trek Into Darkness towards the end of March. And Michael Giacchino has...
Or however you're supposed to say his name.
Yeah, Giacchino.
In the lost version of this episode, we were discussing the different pronunciation possibilities.
Giacchino. There's 4 possibilities, we determined.
Yep, because there's Gia and Gia, and then there's Chino and Kino.
So, you know, build your own.
Pretty sure I've heard any and all combinations.
So they're doing that, and Michael originally wrote video game. He wrote video game music for like the original Medal of Honor games, like the first 4 or 5, and then the first couple of Call of Duty games. He did Mercenaries. He did all kinds of games, and then of course like music for Up, the video game, Incredibles, the video game, since he did the scores for those in the movies.
Yeah.
But Chad Sider, one of our guests, worked for him for a long time as his assistant. And when I was telling him about us doing this and we were going to do Michael Giacchino video game music, he was like, oh, well, you know, I could try to like hook you up with some orchestral scores to use for your project. And I'll like put you in touch with Michael Giacchino's wife. And we'll sort that out. And that would, and for like this really cool Medal of Honor arrangement that Chad and Michael worked on. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Because it started as totally just this side project that was just kind of for fun. And now it's like, wow, this could be something really, really cool. If we could get our hands on not original. It's like its own, he made this as like a special arrangement. It's not in the game. It's like that's what I missed. A sort of medley that they orchestrated and then recorded separately as like a celebration of the first Medal of Honor. So what?
I think it was a droid.
That was weird looking. He like,
but it was
exploded
flying
kind of. But yeah, it was a great weekend. We had amazing guests and pretty much everyone had a blast.
Yeah, everyone said, wow, see you next year, which is a great feeling.
Mm-hmm. That guy just dropping from the air.
Yeah, he doesn't take fall damage.
Dude, you gonna drive that forklift?
I wish. I was trying. Pressing triangle all over that thing.
That looks like a really fast moving forklift. Once
again, we're over gushing and we've gone over time estimate.
Yep. So but a little bit better than the lost episode.
Yes. So we're going to cut it off here, and we'll continue this mission next week. Or actually not next week, the week after next.
Dude, you're getting whooped.
Oh, God, this guy.
Getting bopped.
He's a spanker. Nice. Next week on the show, you'll see Vaughn playing Battlefront 2.
BF.
And the week after that, I'll be back with Bounty Hunter. In the meantime, there's some Gridiron Boys, Madden 97 on Wednesday with Wesley.
We're also taking a break for Friday.
Yes, Friday's slot is...
bear with us.
Taking a break while we work on something really big. And then the Friday slot will be back once we get that done. And you'll understand why.
You'll appreciate it, too.
We'll keep you in the loop.
We'll make up for it.
Don't worry, the Friday slot is coming back. And...
check out our Instagram, our Twitter, our Discord, all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's fun.
Our Twitch. and we'll
We'll catch you next time.
yeah. Bye bye.
See ya.